Alright, so let's continue. So always put this use street in front of on top of your every of your JavaScript files, so it will help you keep track of all of these things, so you don't keep making the same mistakes. So I'll refresh again. Now my name has changed to Bamidele, and I'm 55. I'm a guy. I weigh 100. I'm 2 meter. Yeah, so everything is fine now. That's for the BMI calculator. So make the necessary the corrections that were pointed out, and then let's look at the other guy. What's the other one? Simple interest. Okay. I suppose it's the same thing too, because I've looked at it, so I think it's the same issue. You're not defining your guys. So if I put you street here now, all of this will not work. So aside that, everything is fine. Just that you're not defining your guys for this one. Alright? So define your variable before using it. Use street if you feel like. And then also remove anything. Stop calling your methods inside here. Call it here. Use event listeners. Please. So that's that for that. We'll move on with what we have for today. Am I missing out on anything? No, I'm not missing out on anything. Okay, no, I don't even need to do this. Arinze, have you been pushing your updates?
Yes, sir. I think the last one I did, I already pushed it, but I'm not. The calculator is up to date. Both
Okay,
of them,
no,
but I need to work on
sorry.
it.
I don't mean for the challenge and the assignment. I mean for this hit desk blog.
Okay.
Do you still have any
The
local
blog
changes?
page,
Yes. Do you still have any local
the blog,
changes?
the blog page. I just worked on it and left it. But if I'm looking at it this week again, there's something I have in mind to do. I want to, I want to get a uniform color for all the pages so that it will make sense
Okay.
for
You
the
can be
picture of what I have in my head.
we can be doing that anyway. Why stay adding JavaScript to it, so you keep working on the UI. So any other person too, if you notice anything you want to add on it, you just create a branch. Are you working on the main branch, Arinze?
Actually, I would say I was working on the main branch because I didn't know much about it. But for now, I should just get a branch and start working on it.
Yeah. So your next change is just create another branch and start working on it. Once we confirm it, we'll merge it to our main branch. So any other person as we're working on this project, if you notice any changes too, create a branch, make those changes, and we'll merge it when we are done. All right. So what I was asking is, Arinze, do you have any changes on your local that you've not pushed?
I don't think there is any changes I've not pushed.
Can you quickly check?
Well,
Can you quickly check? Do give status.
let, let me check.
Yeah. All right. So what are the? I don't know if we even linked the pages.
Yes, I linked
You
the
linked the
pages,
pages, right? So what the entry point is the index. Which one is the
the
entry?
index.
The index is the entry point. Okay. So let me go live on the index. Read all the latest news and trends on tech space. Blah blah blah. Blah blah. All right. So now sign in. Contact us. So sign in also has sign up. All right. So this thing is too big because of the zoom I'm doing on this guy. Can you guys see it? Is it okay this way?
Yes.
Do I reduce it? If I reduce this, can you see it very well? Like, can you see it this way?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's fine this way. Alright, so blah blah. With all the, maybe we should make this bolder, and then we can also touch this guy. So all of the UI changes you want to do is you are free to do them.
Yeah, that image actually is what I was talking about.
This image,
The screen, that laptop. Yeah, that one.
this one. You mean this image?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What about it?
If the
Your network. Abi is in my own. Can you guys see how
yes,
it
if there's
is?
a way we can make it fit the content. It's too zoomed, like if you are using it instead. But if it's mobile view, you now see the
It's too zoomed. I don't know.
what I'm saying is,
You mean
if it's
this
on mobile
image?
view,
You
try
mean
mobile
can
view.
you see my
the,
mouse?
Yeah, the picture will be.
Can you see my mouse?
Yes, yes. If it's on mobile view, yes, I can see it.
So is it
If
this
it's on
one
mobile
or
view,
this one?
it will bring out the. No, the first one you touched.
This one. Oh, okay.
Yes. So try on mobile view, it will be fine. But the way it is not. It doesn't make sense.
Alright, so you try and make it a background. I don't know if it was made a background. It was done hurriedly. Um, um, we'll look at it later. So we'll try and make it a background. Alright, we'll make it a background, and then maybe try to increase, find a suiting image or something. You get. So just continue working on it. Anything you feel is okay, you can continue working on it, making it look better. While we keep working on the functionalities. Alright?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
The
So,
blog page, have you checked it? Like, click on one of those blue buttons.
alright, so
That means I've not actually pushed. Sorry.
alright. So can you do that now?
Okay, but have you updated the recent one?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, let me push now.
I just did, yeah. It's cool. Already up to date, yeah. Give me a sec while I'm waiting for Arinze to push. Let me take care of something. So this is what we're trying to achieve, right? A blog post where you sign in, where you can sign in or sign up, and then create a blog. All right, create a blog. So I think the create blog page is one of the things Arinze is working on. I doubt if you have it. Create a blog. So we'll have the login page. I'll have the view blog. So I don't have the create blog here. It's part of the things we're supposed to work on. So we'll probably just have to wait for him to push it before, but to continue. So you create a blog, and then you the blog gets added to the list of blogs, and we can also see the blogs on the blog page. All right. So the home page, I don't even know. So he said he has done the linking, but we definitely haven't pushed these updates. So you can also see the blogs where you create them added here. Alright. So that create blog should have been the first thing we work on. Should have been the first thing we work on. Alright, so let's look at the sign up. Let's look at the sign up first. The sign up and the login. Alright. So quick yeah. So we'll probably have something here to show that you're logged in or you're signed up or whatever. So let's go to the header guy. The header guy. Login page is enough. I'll just do something quickly. And we'll take care of it later on. It's about us, navbar. So somewhere before navbar, I want to have something to show the logged in user or after this. So I'll just put some random thing here. Random div here. Hi user. This is not live. Which page was that? Oh, that's the login page. So I probably need to take it to all the pages. That's annoying. So take it to the index page too. There's only sign in. For the sign in, we have that guy. This is the index. HTML, so why can't I say? Should I say that?
Sorry, sir, my network is really bad.
Yeah, so have you so hold on guys, let me stop now. Have you pushed now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I can pull now, right? Okay, so you have in that case, let me undo, can start from creating blog and then come back to this later. So let me pull first. Alright. So I have the login page HTML index. So you said index is the entry points bar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so let's go again. Take this out. Take this out. Alright, so how do we access the create page, create login, create index page? Create
Click on the view blog.
view. Alright, so this is like the blog title. No, that's not how it should be. So the view is supposed to give us the details of this guy. View is supposed to take us to this guy. This blog page.
Okay.
Hold
I
on.
understand.
Hold on. So which one gives us the details of the blog?
For me, I feel at the bottom of the view blog, we should have add blog. Then if you click on that one, it will now bring you to this new page where you can add your blog. Then view blog should take you to any of the blogs we have available. Then let's add maybe carousel that will now be appending all the blogs that are going to be added. I don't know if it will be fine.
So see the idea, right? Um, This view blog is like you want to see all the details of this guy, because definitely the blog is going to be a long thing. So just put some of the initial text here. If you click on view, which is what we had before, you see the whole thing, the whole what's it called, all the details here. Then we should have another page or something like that on top of here to say add blog, or maybe another page entirely to like say create blog. When you click on it, it takes you to that page, and then you add the blog. You can have it on top of here, or you can have it here. So, but it seems you replace that view blog with this. That means there's no view
Yes,
blog.
sir.
There's no view blog page again. I
That
don't.
means I will have to trace back and restore
Yeah. Let me
the
even.
previous version.
Can I revert a pull? Reverse git pull. Undo git pull. House of very close to pulls. So undo the merge. Parts where people say blah 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 blah. Alright, so git reset should undo it for us. Alright, so hopefully this does it. Blog page. Did it? Yeah, that's, I doubt if it did. No, it didn't. Looking for a way to. I think there is a revert or something. I think there's a revert. Please tell us. Can't even remember. Hold on, let me. Do with login today. So hopefully by next class we'll do that create. Alright. Maybe we can do it today too. Either way. So but let's look at login first. So when we come here, when we get to our login page, when we get to our login page, okay, now we don't have sign up. Unfortunately, we don't have sign up. We don't have sign up. Or do we? We do. We do. So sign up, yeah. So let's look at the sign up first, and then we look at the sign in, and then what else do we do? Yeah. So hopefully if we can get the two of those things today. Next class we'll look at creating of a blog. I thought we'll be able to do all of that today. Well, we need to move into next class. So when you land on this page, You need to have um, a login thing here. Alright? You need to have a login thing here because normally the index is going to be this guy. This guy. You guys are paying attention. So the index is going to be this guy. So we want to have like, okay, we already have a sign in here. Alright, so if you are signed in, you have sign in. If you are not signed in, then you have, if you are signed in, you have your name here. If you are not signed in, you have sign in here. So probably we need to come here, give this guy a div, an ID, sorry. So let's give it an ID of sign in. ID of sign in. We'll just have another one. We'll just have another one here. So Arinze, this part of the ones you also adjust. I'll just put it in here so that will not waste so much time. So I can say hi user is on the index page. What did I do? So probably talk about to make this look better on. So I have this hi user guy. So it should be hi your username. So I'm gonna remove user and give this guy an ID of log in user. So I'll take this guy to all the places we have. To all the places we have the nav. So go to login, go to the nav, sign up. And we sign in. Okay, you don't have header on the sign-in page. Arinze,
I have. I have.
but it's not the same header we're using because I'm not seeing. Okay, you removed sign-in and replace it with sign-up. But then no, it's you don't. It's not the exact. It's not the same user. It's not the same header. So just leave this guy. So go to this guy.
I extended the header.
Appending. Okay, no problem. Let's. Because I'm seeing a different header here. I'm seeing signing in this guy. But I'm not seeing.
Yeah, you know when you click on sign-in page from index, then your sign-in page is not going to have the sign-in anymore on the nav bar. So that's why I had to the signing from
So what if you
the
sign?
nav.
What if you sign after you've signed in? All right. After you signed in, are you still going to have signing when you come here?
After you sign in,
Yeah.
then it's going to redirect you, but then that will be back end work where you won't see that signing.
How is
You
it?
won't see the signing anymore.
It's not back end work, Arinze. It's the front end that determine whether this will show or not. So back end really tell you this person is signed in or not. So they're actually supposed to look the same, but you dynamically control what is being displayed or not. So I'm expecting to see the same nav bar across. You get, but then what is displayed will not be dependent on something else, a logic you've written.
Okay, okay,
You
okay,
get.
I understand.
So like this guy I have here, I'm expecting it here. I'm expecting this guy here. Where is the other one too? This one too. That's how it is, but aside the other one. Yeah. Also in the so the login page necessarily don't need to have sign in because you are trying to sign in. Likewise the user thing. Alright. We necessarily don't need to put it. But we can put the user one. The login page. And so this will give us a kind of uniformity. So click on sign in, takes us to this place. If you don't have an account. So pay attention now, guys. The first logic we are going to do is to determine if this thing should be shown as sign in or sign out. That is one. The second one is if this person is signed in, then we should show the name of the person that signed in. Alright? So I'm going to even remove this high. We don't need it. I'm going to remove it. Then I should also do something else. Call this logouts. This one is not going to anywhere. It's not going to anywhere. So we'll take this guy, put it in all the pages, and then remove high from the other one. So remove high from this one, and then add this to these pages, to this page. Here also remove high from this guy to this guy. I don't know why we're not getting the other one. Why we're not getting this logo? Oh, I didn't save. Sorry. Yeah, so we'll have the sign in and the logouts or sign outs either way. So we want to be displaying these guys depending on if the person is signed in or not. Alright? That's what we want to do first. So if the way we are now, we are not signed in, so we don't want to be seeing logout. What we want to be seeing is sign in. So let's do our JavaScript. We can decide to create a folder here. Call it script or JS, whatever you want to call it. Inside it, let's create a file. Call it main.js. Alright, and then we link main.js inside images. I don't know what I'm doing with this guy. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Let me take it out. So I have a script here. Assets, streets, main.js. We do the same thing for this guy. So loaded bootstrap. Let's load our own before bootstrap. Streets, assets, streets, main.js. Also do it for this guy. Are you using this for anything? Are you using this index.js? Alright, so I've seen what you're using it for. Hope I'm not talking to myself. Are you seeing the here?
Yes, sir. The fuse for the button.
Yes, I've seen what you're using it for. Yeah. Main.js. So we loaded this main.js to all of the guys. So the first thing we want to do is to determine when to hide this and show this, or show this and hide this. So we go to our main.js, we'll fetch that guy. What's the ID we gave it? Unfortunately, we didn't give it an ID. Have to do that again. Log out, and then this one is login. Login. Alright. So something here. Oh, we don't have it here. Alright, we don't have it here. So added it to the two places we have it. So go back to our main.js. Now we want to so let's first add the event listener. Documents dot, is it dump contents loaded? Document dot add event listener. Dump content loaded. So when the dump content loads, that's when we're going to be doing whatever it is we want to be doing now. But let's just say console.log done loaded. Alright. Okay, another command. So let's come to this guy. Expect to be sure that guy is working for us. Console. So refresh. Yeah, so it's working for us. So now when the done content is loaded, we can start calling our guys. So what's the first thing we want to do? Add. I want to create a function that adds our event listeners. Function add event listeners equals um, sorry. Function add event listeners. So what's the first guy I want to add an event listener to? Documents dot get element by ID. What ID did we give to this guy that's supposed to switch in login and log out? So ID login. Login dot, okay, let's say attributes dot this, okay, set attributes. Let's say set attributes. Set attributes. I think display none. So this should it's not really an event listener. No, so let's also say that the login guy, we're expecting the login guy not to show to confirm that what we just did is working. So sign in, hold on. Sign in is still showing. So when done content is loading, set attributes, display. Let me do it inside here. Okay. So sorry. Is a style. Is a style. Style. Display. Let me write it inside here so that we're sure we're writing the right thing. So there's a style. If you don't understand what I'm doing, let me know, please. Display none. Alright. So this should do it. So we're correct here. Display none. Alright, so it's gone. I was adding this as an attribute. Forgot it was a style. So now what we want to do is check if the person is logged in. Alright. So let me have a function. Instead of add this, I'll still use this to add event listeners. So function check okay, let's call it check logged in user. So normally I was supposed to be getting the user details from backend, but we're not doing backend now. So we'll just be using probably local storage. So I'll have a guy here, a variable const logged in user equals null. Let's logged in user equals null. Alright. So try to do a logic. Do logic to get logged in user here, and then when we do that logic, we'll now reassign logged in user. So logged in user equals whatever user we got. Hope you guys are paying attention. So for now, I'm going to define that user here. I don't want to mix it up with the logic we are trying to do now. So user equals, we just create an object, name Arinze. If you don't understand what I'm doing, let me know. Email arinze at gmail.com. Alright, so these are user. Alright. So now, whenever we load the DOM, we don't want to do this again. We just want to call this guy. Alright. Now, so anytime we load the DOM, we want to assign the logged in user a value. So we don't want it to be null anymore. Alright. Now, when we assign it a value, we want to check if logged in user has a value. That means someone is logged in. Then decide which one to display. Okay. So check logged in user. Okay, so it's here now. We'll now bring this guy. Here we are checking the logged in user. Logged in user. So if there is a logged in user, do what? Log out. Okay, login should be display none. Else, logout should be display none. If you don't understand what I'm doing, I'm saying again, let me know.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
I don't understand though, like, I'm just watching.
Say again, I didn't hear.
Like, I don't really understand. Like, you guys are doing a lot of things and I don't understand.
I hope you are paying attention. Because that's the one that won't be nice.
Yeah, I won't.
Because I've been repeating, if you don't understand, let me know. So I don't want us to like go far and then someone drags us a lot of this thing back. So see what I was trying to do. Number one, we have alright, so let me take this guy out for now. We have sign in and sign out. We want to display these things depending on whether the person is logged in or not. You don't want to be showing login or log out. So you want, if the person is logged in, you show login. If the person is logged out, you show log out. Sorry, if the person is logged out, you show login. The person is not logged in, you don't want to be showing login again, you show log out. Does it make sense? Does it make sense, Sebastian?
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to achieve. We already have this displaying in all of them. We've linked our JavaScript to all of the HTMLs. And we are not telling, we don't want to be running our JavaScript even when the DOM has not loaded. So we're saying, do whatever you want to do when the DOM has loaded. That's what we're saying. So we'll have a value to keep track of the logged in user. We don't have a user yet. That's why we have this user hard coded here. Alright. Now we'll have a function that will check if user is logged in, or check the login user. And we are now saying when we get to this place, we'll do a logic to get the logged in user. When we get the logged in user, we assign it to this guy. But because we are not doing that now, we are assigning a hard coding a value here and assigning it to the login user. And we're not saying if there is logged in user, gets the element that has the ID of login, which is this element displaying this sign in. Turn it off, set the display to none in the style, the CSS style. So I'm using the style to turn it off. All right. If there is no logged in user,
Yeah.
if there's no logged in user, then turn off logout. Sorry. If there's logged in user, we'll turn off login.
If there's no, then we should remove it.
If there's logged in user, we'll stop displaying login. Yeah, makes sense. If there is no logged in user, oh, hold on. Okay, see what we're gonna do. Display. By default, they're all displaying on. We should have the both of them, yeah. Here. So login is on, and then logouts will be. So let's look at what it was initially. Is an inline element. Abi, where is it? Yeah, it's an inline anchor is an inline element. So we'll say display inline. Display inline. Then, because we want to turn one off and turn one on. So we'll switch this. This will be inline. If you don't understand, let me know. This will be none. So by default, we have different display types. We have block, we have inline block, and the rest. So because it's inline, the default is inline. So we want to switch it back to, because it's an anchor element. Anchor elements are inline elements. Alright. So because we have a logged in user, because this, yeah? Someone's asking a question. Okay, so I think that was just a random big fraud.
Can you go back to the code?
Alright. Do you need me to explain something?
So I wanted to ask possible.
You want to ask what?
Like, there's something I want to ask. I don't know if it's going to be possible.
Alright.
Like this document that get element ID.
Document or get element by ID. Then what did you say? We didn't hear that.
Okay. Alright.
We can't hear you, Arinze. Hello?
I'm okay now.
Alright, fine. So by default, the element we are grabbing is an inline element, is an anchor element. So by default, the display is inline. What we're not saying is, if nobody is logged in, then show login. If nobody is logged in, want to show login. So this should be inline. Sorry. If somebody is logged in, sorry, don't mind me. I wrote another thing, I'm saying another thing. If someone is logged in, then hide that login element. So display it to none. Then the one that is showing logout, display it as inline. But if nobody is logged in, then show the login element, display the logout as this thing. Because we have this guy hard coded here, it's going to be showing logout. Right? if we take that guy out, let's say user equals null. If you take that guy out, we should be seeing sign in now, right? We are seeing sign in now. So now this is the best. All right. So let me also do something, because if you notice when you reload this guy, that logout shows for a moment. So we don't even want it. So let's do something. Let's display all of them to none first, so that we don't even get them to show up in the first place. Style. Okay, I can use Bootstrap. So display none. Yeah, I think this is valid. So this is a valid Bootstrap class. Let me confirm. This is an index bar. Yeah, so all of them is off now. So let's now turn it on and off from this guy. So if there is no logged in user, oh, he's in the class. No, let me use style. He's in the class. If we do it that way, we need to now do it from the class. I don't want to do it from the class. We're already doing it style. So let's use style. Style display none. Display none. So I'll copy this guy. I'll copy this guy. So all of these places will have those two, logout and login. If you get confused, if you don't understand what I'm doing, especially my jumping from one page to another, alright. So go back to index. So now by default it's not displaying anything. So this is the guy controlling it. Yeah. So because we've removed that our user, it's not showing sign in. And we are no longer seeing that small logout showing here before. So if we put our user back, we should start seeing logouts, because it's not seeing that your user is signed in. We're not seeing logouts. Does this thing make sense? What I just explained, that what we just did, does it make sense? Does anybody anybody have any question on that? No questions? So I assume we don't have any questions. I'll move on. Yeah. So I'll move on. Now, we've been able to take care of. We also need to take care of this guy saying hi, whatever.
No question.
Alright. So that guy that's saying hi, whatever. We also need to, like, if the person is logged in, we need to set a value to it. So that's another thing we need to check. If someone is logged in. So this is the guy that's supposed to be saying hi for us. So logged in user. So we'll grab the guy that has this ID when someone is logged in. So document.get element by ID logged in user dot inner HTML. Initially it doesn't have anything, so let's send it dot inner HTML or inner text equals, we use interpolation, say hi, user, that's our user objects, or let's say logged in user, not user, logged in user dot name. Alright, if not, if there's no logged in user, or we can even decide to just put it here. outside this if else, and then do this optional chaining. Okay, but it's going to show undefined. JavaScript is crazy. It's going to show undefined. We don't want that undefined thing. So let's put it here. So if nobody's logged in, let it just be an empty string. I hope this addition I did now made sense. So if
Yes, sir.
if you're logged in, you should be able to see the person's name. If you're not logged in, we're not seeing it. We are logged in, so we are seeing hi Arinze. We are seeing, so Arinze will add some styles to this thing to make it look better. So we are logged in, we are seeing hi Arinze. We are not logged in, we are seeing logouts. Sorry, if you are not logged in, you'll be seeing login. You won't see hi anything. So let's remove this thing to simulate not logging in. So let's say this is null to simulate not logging in. Now we have sign in. We don't have hi anybody. So we've been able to take care of that. Does it make sense? Makes sense, I assume. So this is done. We'll get back to this line 8. Do the login to get logic to get
Yes, sir.
logged in user. So come back to this. Now the next thing we want to do is to get someone to actually log in. All right. So let's say if someone logs in. When someone logs in, want to get if someone wants to sign up, want to get them to actually sign up and then do their login. So that's the next thing we want to do. So we're going to add an event listener to this guy. So let's say I was showing someone. Okay. So let's make it null because we want to do sign in. So let's say we don't have this guy. So just say this is null. So once when you click on this guy, it will bring us to this page. Alright. We want to take the person's username and the person's password. So the person's username, unfortunately, at least I think I mentioned we should include email in this thing. I mentioned it. Cannot read properties of undefined.
Yeah, but this is not sign up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. So, also this should have been 2, password and confirm password, but it's fine. So, I think it's your JavaScript that's delaying this thing. That JavaScript, probably there's something in it that's delaying it. You're having an error in main.js line 24. Probably that null. Main.js line 24. Yes, so so I guess so when it's not displaying, then we get the we're trying to set an attribute to something that's not displaying. So there's this guy. This login is, hold on. Go back to index. Oh yeah, so I see. We'll probably not call this guy main.js in login. So let's not call this guy, because those things don't exist here. Or do they? No, they don't. So there's no point calling the main.js here. Take it out.
But we can still add the main JS to it. So it's fine.
If we have need for it, but for now we don't have need for it. Because it's giving us a bug. It's referencing to something that doesn't exist on that page. Alright? So it's giving us an error before here, but it's gone now. It's referencing something that's not existing on that page. So we want to take the person's name and email. Alright? So this username, we'll just call it Arinze, and then their password, and then Arinze, that your what's it called? That your JavaScript is. I had to click on it in a particular place before. I don't know if it's JavaScript, but we'll manage it for now. We'll look at it later. So one, if the person logs in, we'll get the username, we'll get the password, we get the email, and then we set it somewhere. Now I'm going to introduce something, a kind of storage you can use on the browser called local storage. Now what does local storage do? It stores things on the browser. We'll have a couple of storages on the browsers. We'll have session, we'll have cookies, we'll have local storage, application, I have this guy, but this is not see the one we're looking for, this local storage, session, index, db, cookies. We have a couple of storages, right? But this one I'm going to be paying attention to, this local storage. Right? So we'll be saving things inside it. Because we don't have a backend yet. If not, we'll be sending the request to backend to process. But we'll just save it at the local storage to simulate it. So we'll go back to this guy. We'll go to this login page. And we probably should create a login.js. So let's create a new file. Call it login or auth.js. So let that guy be handling everything that has to do with auth.js. Alright. So inside that place, we will also do anything only when the content has been fully loaded. If you don't follow what I'm doing, let me know. So when the content has been fully loaded, then we'll put an event listener on this button, this sign up button. Alright, we'll put an event listener on this sign up button so that when they click on it, we'll pick whatever is on this form and do what? Save it. So let's look for this button, grab it, add event listener to it. So add event listeners. I'm gonna put add event listener here, then call it here. Add all our event listeners. Alright. So who are we adding event listener to? We are adding event listener. This is the login page to the sign up guy. Sign up button. I want to add event listener to this guy. So where's the button? No, this is not the guy. The button. So this is sign up button, yeah. So let me understand this for my reason. You have the sign in and sign up in one place, bar. And then
Yes, sir.
how are you controlling which one is being displayed and which one is not being displayed? Okay. So you're using hold on. Where's the shopper coming from? No, classic. Login page. Where's the wrapper guy? Where's the guy with the class of wrapper? I'll be ID of wrapper. I'm seeing form wrapper here. I'm selecting a wrapper here. That's wrapper. I am toggling it. So where's the wrapper here? You can see it here. So that's wrapper. Alright, so you have two forms. Okay, I can see it properly now. So this is the one for login, and this is the one for sign up. I understand now. Alright, so it makes more sense now. So I want to add an event listener. So because this is a form, I can change this button to a submit. Where's the button? Yeah, it's a submit already. So instead of adding event listener to the button, I will add the event listener to the form. So let me call this form, give it an ID, of sign up form. Sign up form. Alright. So I'll get this guy, add the event listener of submit to it. So whenever they submit it, we want to do something. So let's go to our hot.js documents get element by ID of sign up form dot add event listener or submit. So whenever they submit that form, what do you want to do? You want to sign, or let's say create user. Alright, so this is going to be a function. I'm already calling all my event listeners here, so I don't need to put all of them inside that one place. So I create this function create user. Alright, now so this guy will take E, which is event. So whenever you pass in a callback to an event listener, it takes the event. So we can console.log the event to see what's inside it. Console.log E. Alright. Alright, so yeah, that's fine. I've added the event listener, the submit event listener on that guy. So let's try it out. So let's go to console, go to sign up. Arinze 1 2 3 4 5 Arinze at gmail.com. So we told it to console log something. It's possibly console logging it, but then there's an issue. Because it's a form. Remember I told you if a button is a submit and inside the form it will refresh. So it's refreshing. Let's try to stop that first, so that we can see what is. We want it to refresh anyway, but we want to see something. So e.prevent default. We stop the default behavior of that form. Alright. So let's do it again. Arinze 1 2 3 4 5 Arinze at gmail.com. Sign up. It's not console logging our guy. So let's find out why it's not console logging. Events. So now adding events.
What if we use
Okay, I think we didn't save. I think we didn't save this guy. I think we didn't save this sign up form we added there. It's not saved here, so I've saved it. Let's try again. It's probably it. We didn't save it, so let's try again. So sign up. Somebody was saying something. 1 2 3 4 5. So let's just put in some random thing here. Yeah. So so there's a validation on it. Sorry. Arinze at gmail.com. What am I not doing right? Have you linked this guy? Have you linked hot.js? Have you linked hot.js to login page? We have not. We have not, guys. That's why. Are you guys following? Are we following? Am I on my own? No one is saying
I'm
anything.
following. Can you hear me?
Yes. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
So I didn't link our script. That's what was disturbing us all this while. Disturbing us all this while. So hopefully everything should be fine now. So let's go to this guy again. Blah blah blah. Blah blah. Is gmail.com. Yeah, so now this guy gives us the events. Now there are a couple of things we might want to see there, but I'll take your attention. If you notice, it's a form. It's showing us all the attributes in that form. Yes. I'll take your attention to one important thing: the targets. So the target is showing us what's inside that form, the inputs. Alright. I've seen the inputs inside the form. Then we have the button. Alright. So this is whenever you
Hello, sir.
yeah. I can't hear you. You might have to say what you're saying again. Who is talking? Bamidele, you might have to repeat what you're saying. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, you can type it. I think your network is giving issues.
Yep.
Try to type what you're saying. We can't hear you. Your network is giving issues. So, whenever you add an event listener to something and you click on that, you trigger that event. You can get that event from what's it called? From you can get it from as a parameter passed to this callback. So that's always a parameter to this callback. Alright? So we don't need that for now. We don't need that event for now. What we need to do is to get the values of these guys. The values of these guys. These inputs. We want to get the value of the inputs for username. We want to get the one for password. We want to get the one for email. I don't know if you understand. So let's give it something we can use to track it. So something like an ID. I prefer IDs. So this is username. Username. The next one is going to be password. An ID of password. Password. The next one is going to be an ID of email. Alright. So username, password, email. We'll grab all of them and pick their values. Alright. So whenever this guy is triggered, const user const name equals document.get element by ID username dot I think is value. Yeah, this should work. This should work. So we do this for the other guys. The next one is password. Passing password here. The next one is email. We're passing email here. Alright. Alright. What do you want to do with this place? So console.log email password use name. Yeah, that's it, that guy. So let's click on it again and see if that guy gives us those three. So name, blah blah, password 12345, email arinze at gmail.com, sign up, and we have it logged in here. So I'm picking the values now. Alright. How did I pick the values? Grab the elements. Because it's an input, it has a value. Inputs have values. So we pick out the value. Alright. So we grabbed it. Now I want to do a validation anyway. So if no, Arinze, did you do validation on it? Let's see. I don't think you did. So go to sign up. Alright, so I need to refresh because I'm preventing default, so it's not clearing. Okay, he has a validation on it from Bootstrap, so we don't need to do this validation again. So we grabbed it. What do we want to do? We want to create a user object similar to this one here. Alright. We want to create a user object similar to this one here and save it to local storage. Alright. So cons user, pay attention. If you don't understand anything, let me know. Name, we'll call it name. Email, we call it email. Password, we call it password. At least for now, we are saving the plain test password. There might be more to it. There's definitely going to be more to it. So when we create this user, we save it on local storage. How do we do that? So we don't need this console log. We're not using it. We also don't need this one. We'll see what it's displaying. It's getting that guy. So when I get the user, I say local storage dot set item. So this local storage saves things, alright? Set item. You give it the item, the key, the name you want to use and save it. So let's just call it blog user. I want to save it as blog user. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please let me know. Now we save the string. So normally local storage saves only string, but this guy is an object, it's not a string. So what do? We stringify it. How do we stringify it? Const user string equals JSON. So this is a class dot stringify. So this stringifies JSON. So JSON is short for JavaScript object notation. So any JavaScript objects can be stringified using this method. So JSON dot stringify user. So when you log it, it's going to now be this guy, but all in strings. Alright. So we'll console log this string so that you see what it looks like. It's now going to be a string representation of that user string. Then we'll save this guy to local storage. So local storage, you can set item, you can clear local storage, you can get item, you can do a couple of things with local storage. Alright, so we want to set user to local storage. So we have the set local storage or set item. So let's do it again. Watch out for this user string. We want to know what the result of a stringified object looks like. And also we want to know if our user is being set to local storage. Are we still together? Is it confusing?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So go to login page. I go to sign up. I have my user to be Arinze. Hold on a second. So why are you suggesting the wrong guy instead of suggesting Arinze? Password 12345. Email arinze@gmail.com. So if they don't agree to terms and conditions, they shouldn't continue. Arinze, you work on that. If this guy is not checked, don't activate this guy. Or you remove it entirely. But don't remove it, work on it. So sign up. I sign up. You see the stringified version of that guy. That's oddjs23. Oddjs23. Yeah. So now normally it's a string, but remember strings don't show the quotes here. So they just display as this thing. If I display the regular user, you see that the regular user is an object. You see it's displaying differently. Alright, so let me suggest Arinze for us here. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Save us the stress. Thank you. You see what the regular user is, but see the stringified version. Even this object is a string. The only reason it's showing here is because it's like a text. If you do the type of on it, it's going to show as a string. So now that we've stringified it, we are saving it. Go to local storage. Go to the application. If you check local storage, application, local storage, you are seeing that blog user has been saved. You can see it, right? If you click on it, it shows you what's inside it. What's inside it? Arinze, the password. So anytime I save anything with this same key, it will replace the one here. So if I say Arinze, Arinze who, Ezinwa, yeah, and I say submit, it replaces it with the Ezinwa. Alright, so we're able to save the logged in user to our application. Does that make sense? Now when we do that, the next thing we want to do is to do the login. So we're able to do the sign up. So this does the sign up for us, right? So next thing we want to do is to do the login. Alright. So Arinze, assignment number 1. Add it to the things you're supposed to do, Arinze. This guy I don't want this guy to be activated until this checkbox has been checked. So until this guy has been checked, don't activate this guy. Alright? Alright. So that's that for sign up. We've been able to simulate sign up. So let's remove all our console.logs. If you don't understand anything around this thing I did, ask me. Let's know. In the next 1 second, if anybody didn't say anything, that I assume we all understood. So I can now remove this prevent default because I want once it's saved, I want you to reload. So I don't want it to remain there anymore. We kept it there because we wanted to be seeing it. So once you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do this guy, you say sign up. Let's confirm if it's switched to Arinze. I'm expecting it to reload, but it didn't reload. It switched to Arinze, that means it worked, but it didn't reload. This is a submit. The submit should reload this guy. Submit should reload this guy. Create user. Is inside a form. The submit guy, where is it? Form action nothing, then this guy is a submit. So I don't know why it is not reloading it. It was reloading it before, all of a sudden it stopped. Now that we removed the prevent default, It stopped reloading it. I don't know why. That was how I added that prevent default. I remember very well. I added it so we'll have the guy persisting. But now it's not. I really don't know why. So that time, blah blah blah. So another thing we can also do is to literally reset it. Alright, we can reset it, or we can do navigation. So we can navigate to, when they sign in, we can navigate to home page, which is index. Alright, so we can navigate to index. So we can do window dot location, window dot location dot, I think we're going to use href or reload. Let's do replace, I think it's slash index or something. What's this guy is slash index. Let's confirm that it's slash index. Let's go to home page. So Ariza, do this. This is supposed to be taking us to home page. So let's go to home page. I'm trying to go to. Alright, so I don't know if it's going to take pages slash index. Let's check it. So slash index, and then let's sign up. Now we signed up, so that's why let's take, so let's sign up here, and then we'll have our guy arrange password 12345 12345. So it's reloading now, but that's not what we wanted to do. I need to go to pages slash index. Let's do I just have a funny way of so if this doesn't work, I'll just do a little research again, and I probably have forgotten the exact listing to use. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy, it's not a function. Yeah, the href equals this guy. Alright, so returns the locations, can be set to navigate to the given. Yeah, so this guy was supposed to use anyway. I was in the wrong guy. I get to the given URL. So but I think we need to give it the full path. I suppose we need to give it the full paths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say, so let's give it a full paths. doesn't work, then I'll just have to skip it and we'll go to the next thing. So don't delay on it. I'll figure out that with that guy again. So for some reason it's not redirects window in JS. So why is this not working? So replace. If this replace doesn't work, still not doing that. So we'll just leave this for now. We'll move on with other things. So but we're able to sign in. Then we can go to login. So let's can go to the main page. Let's handle login too. Let's handle login. So let's also add logged in to our user. Do we really need to? No, we don't need to. Once we have a user, that means the person is logged in. Alright. So now let's say someone goes out and comes back. We want them to log in. Yeah, it's true. So let's say logged in. Logged in. So logging in, if they log out, we'll set this to false. This logged into false, right? So one other thing we need to do is, if you notice, we've been reusing this Arinze guy. So we don't want that to happen. We want to check if there's anybody in the email, if there's a user called Arinze, you're trying to sign up with Arinze again. We don't want that to happen. So before we set this thing, we'll get the items in local storage with this blog username. So we'll say const existing user equals const existing user. So let's say existing user equals local storage dot get item. Which item are we getting? Any item with this name, blog user. So we want to check if there's an existing user. If there's an existing user, alright, so we need to, remember this guy is stringified, so we need to pass it back to an object. When it comes back, it will come back like a stringified thing. So let's pass it back to an object. Say just saying dot pass. Alright, so that guy will take it back to an object. Whatever you get, pass it inside this JSON.pass to give us the existing user object. So if existing user dot email is the same with user dot email, dot email, then probably this will stop today because this is already 8:30. So just do this validation, I'll stop. So if existing user dot email is equals user dot email, we don't want you to have the same user with the email, two users with the same email. So when you're trying to log in with, we are trying to create an account with the same email that's already existing. We want to send you an an error message. So in this case, we just do an alert. All right, so say alert, a user with this email already exists. All right, so this makes sense. A user with this email already exists. We're going to use return to make sure that it breaks out of this function. So you stop executing whatever is left here once it hits this. So if I don't want it to happen, I'll not put an else and put this guy inside the else. But this return will tell it once you enter here and do this return, don't go further, break out of this function. So let's try it again. So let's try to create an arranger again and see if we get the alerts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So a user with this email already exists. Okay, and it doesn't do anything. So we're going to stop here today.